I guess now that I'm using my mobile internet, it actually is going 10 times faster.
That's sad.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of V-Time, episode 135. No freeze frame Philip this time.
No freeze frame.
Actually moving.
Somebody
And
needs
if
to
I'm-
like either emote that or just like put it on a t-shirt and sell it.
Yeah, and if I'm still freeze frame, and then fuck everything. I shouldn't be though. So, yes. Anyway, we got a special episode for you tonight. We're covering a second start deck, some more leaks from Booster 6, some information about Booster 7, as well as other cards coming from Booster 7, and a lot more hootenanny.
Yes, that.
I was waiting for a response to that, but I guess Alex was not prepared.
I was not prepared.
There we go. Anyway, but before we get started, if you're interested in buying any cards from TCG Player, please use our affiliate link down below.
Your purchases through this link help support the channel so you can bring more great videos like this straight to you guys.
And with that scripted part of the way, let's go straight into the league, starting us off with, like I said, the start deck for Jules. And Alex, I'm actually going to let you take care of the first one so I can cover the main grade 3.
Alrighty. Julius Draco Kid. Pretty much straightforward, simple starter skills. Looks very angry for some reason.
This was a little bit of a surprise to see where his final form lies, but still a very interesting design. Anyway, moving on. Oh, God. Oh, I almost quit everything.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on properly this time. I'm just going to hit that. I'm not going to even touch W. Jewel Core Dragon is the great one for the ride line and has a very interesting ability. Auto, when this unit is rode upon by Demonic Stone Dragon Jewel Neil, call this card to rear guard. And Jewel Neil is a great 2. We'll get to him in a bit. Auto rear guard, when this unit attacks or boosts, this unit gets power 5 until the end of the battle. At the end of that battle, put this unit into your soul. This effect is mandatory. I like it.
It's
It's always going to be a 13k attacker or a 13k booster, but it's always going to go to soul. And for certain decks, that's a really, really good.
Yeah.
I can see this being played in Chaos, and I can definitely see why it's played here.
Man, can I tell you how much I love this effect in Flagberg if I could just put that grade 1 back into the soul?
No.
Tier
Anyway.
for Flagberg players.
Alex, take away the gray tool.
Demonic Stone Dragon Jewel Neil. Auto Vanguard Rear Guard. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, Soul Charge 1. And then auto, when this unit is rode upon by a unit with Drajuled in its card name, Soul Charge 1. And if your soul has 3 or more cards with different grades, you draw a card. So essentially, you just draw a card for free because you're going to have him and then the other ride line and their soul when you do it.
Yeah, because the grade ones are going to come out of soul and then put itself back the second it boosts or attacks. And then, the body's current name. Soul Charge 1 if you have soul has 3 or more cards with different. Yeah. So you're going to have 0, 1, and 2 just by riding and just by the ride line. So that's easy to do.
Yeah.
Anywho.
And then an on-hit Soul Charge.
Correct. Which is not bad. Like early game, it's like, do I let it? Now, why are we soul charging so much? Why is it important certain cards go back into the soul? Well, that's because we have our big boss monster for the trial decks himself, Jewel Embracing Dragon Fang Jeweled. Jewel. We had Dragon, we had Phantom, we had something, now we have Jewel.
You had youth. Then we got Jewel.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, Has a very familiar first ability. Continuous when this card would be wrote upon. It is also regarded as demonic jewel dragon Dredgewild. Dredgewild. I'm never gonna pronounce that right. I'm just gonna call it Drew. Anyway, whenever demonic jewel dragon Drew rides it, yada yada yada.
Jewel dragon.
Main parts, exactly. Main parts of the ability. Auto. Vanguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, Soul Blast 4 cards with different grades. Choose one of your opponent's Vanguards until the end of turn, increase or decrease its power to 1. And if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets critical +1. And then the power at the time becomes 1 and cannot increase or decrease after, and can increase or decrease afterwards. It can. Its other ability is continuous rear guard. If your soul blasts 4 more cards at the same time, for the cost of your card's ability this turn, this unit gets power 5k. So it's like Youthberg. It's a rear guard 18k something.
1 second.
Oh, damn it.
Nope, I'm not crazy. I thought I saw dust.
Yes, this is a dust type effect in a way. It doesn't make your Vanguard's grade 1, so but that's not important in this game anymore. I mean,
for now at least it's not important, but
like for now it's good and it's not good at the same time. It needs so much rearguard love and support to make it something, because putting your opponent at 1 power, that's basically just having another extra persona ride. That's extra 10k to the front, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about this card.
The only time yes?
Go ahead.
The only time I can see this effect be full in motion is because it's an on attack. If you swing with your rear guards first, your opponent takes it and rips the over trigger and goes to 100 million power. You just swing with this and go, no, you're back to 1.
Just don't. No, but I feel like it doesn't need to be like crazy flashy, because just like a Youthberg, these are meant to be your first ride, and you go into the bigger upgraded version.
Which we'll get to.
This is just but this is just like a toned down version of what this deck will be.
Oh yeah, we'll get to the bigger version a little bit later. But let's see some support cards that we can play with. Alex, take away some of the trial deck cards we've seen.
Mystic Accordionist. Auto, when each unit is discarded from your hand during your ride phase, you may put this card into your soul. Hey, look, Darkstate's got the same card that Dragon Empire got in the grade 1.
Yeah, but instead of going to field, it goes to soul, which for, Juju, or whatever its name is, it's actually very beneficial, because now you have a grade 2 in soul, and now you need 3 more other grades, and you're good to go.
Oh, I was talking about Dragon Empire. They literally have the card that goes into your soul when you discard it. But
all that too.
But yeah, pretty much same thing, yeah. Pretty straightforward and simple.
Yes. Anyway, moving on to Direful Doll Shistine. She's a grade 1 also in the trial deck. Act rearguard once per turn if your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater. Counterblast 2 and draw a card.
I'll be honest.
Go for it.
This is I'd rather pay Counterblast 2 for draw than a Counterblast for 10k that the Youthberg deck got.
I was about to say, in a trial deck where you don't have many cards that do anything with CB, just drawing a card for 2 CB is not bad.
Yeah.
But, she's going to definitely get replaced down the road with whatever else comes out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to move on to some more trial deck cards. Alex, this one. Hold up. Let me make it easy for you. Let me make it easy for you. So, yeah, is this one?
Okay. So, one who calls Thunder Fulgines? Auto, when you shoot... Yeah, it's really hard to read the text. Auto, when this unit is placed on rear guard, if you have a Vanguard with Dredgewild in its card name, cost Soul Blast 1, choose a card from your...
drop?
Yes, choose a card from your drop, put it into your soul, and each unit gets power +2 until the end of turn. So basically, you trade out a card in your soul for a card in your drop, and helps you fix your soul and it gets power.
Hey, Bushy, why is this the first card that puts shit from drop to soul, and it's a jewel restricted? Why you do this to me?
Because they can't break your nation, man.
Ah! Hold up,
Gotta
I'm
have
peeking.
some balance somewhere.
Anyway, the other two cards I'm gonna cover because they're actually really good. Because Fulgris is an actual trial deck card, while the other two come in those special packs in the trial decks. So first off, we got Ultrasound Serir. It's a grade 2 auto. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, counterblast 1, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose a card from among them, put it into your soul, shuffle your deck, and if there are 4 or more cards with different grades in your soul, draw a card. So it's a beautiful card for Jewel. Sets up your soul for your Soul Blast 4 to put the power to 1. But this card is amazing in Dark States, period, for anything, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it helps you thin out your deck.
Thin deck out, draw engine, and most Dark States decks are going to have more than enough soul and more than enough different grades. Shuffle mechanic! Shuffle mechanic! Sorry, as a Chaos player who actually enjoys Chaos, having an actual shuffle mechanic is a godsend.
Too bad you're only playing one of this in that deck.
I am playing 3 of it. I am playing a whole rainbow of triggers. We have more different triggers I can put in Chaos now. I can play multiple copies of normal units and hit that condition easy.
I mean, this card helps you get a different card in there.
Yeah, exactly. I might even play the grade 1 to put shit from drop into the soul now. Anyway, the last trial deck card that comes in those special packs that we've currently seen is Mysterious Comrade Rain. Fucking beautiful art for first, but her ability is auto. When this unit is placed on rearguard, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1 card from among them, put it into your soul, choose 1 card among them, put it into your soul, put the rest on the bottom of your deck. It doesn't shuffle, it does still pick, it is a mandatory put 1 into soul, and it is a mandatory on place do the thing.
It also is not from hand, so if you can call it from soul or something else, you know.
Yeah. So you got stuff in Bruise that can do it. You got Barrow Magnets that can do it. You got a couple other cards. Like there's the Dark States Grade 1 that says Counterblast 1 during the main phase. Just call the top card of your deck. If this is a top, it just works.
You can use this as a Chaos's ability to call it off of the top 3. Use a skill.
Exactly. So overall, it's a good card. I don't like the fact that it makes you put something in. So there's like 2 triggers on the top. But for Jewel, I can definitely see it because you want to hit those conditions. You want to get to those 4 different grades. So it's a really good card in that case.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enough of Dark State Trial Deck. Let's go somewhat to the booster set and see what new stuff booster set comes in handy. And oh boy, do you see what support we got?
I got some Hexa Orb support.
Alex, take it away.
I'm glad I'm covering this one because I have some theory crafting about this. All right. Magic of Change Memorial. Act Rearguard. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Sorceress in its card name. Cost. Retire this unit. Choose a critical front trigger or a critical trigger from your drop zone and put it into your hand.
So it's a fixer.
It's a fixer. What gets me though is that they said grade 3 or greater Vanguard.
Don't. Read the other sorcerer support.
Diana, Diagon, Sorceress. Continuous rearguard if you have a Vanguard or Sorceress in its card name. Sorry, rearguard. This unit gets shield plus 10. I think that's supposed to be
Guardian Circle. That's Guardian Circle.
Yeah, that's Guardian Circle.
The wiki's fucked up.
Yes, it's continuous Guardian Circle. So it becomes a 15k shield if you have a Sorceress Vanguard, which in Hexa Orb you're always going to have.
Which, in my opinion, is honestly a lot better than those 15k interceptors we've been getting.
But there is a key fun fact about this. I mean, yes, your ride line is also Sorceress, so this works at your grade 2 and everything. But who knows? Maybe this is hinting that we're going to get a new Sorceress grade 3.
Please no. Please no. We got enough. We're going to talk about it later, but we might be getting 5 new ride lines with set 6 and 7 combined.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we're going to move on to some Psychea.
Yes.
We got Spree Vesper. Right? Right.
Yes.
It's a grade 2 rare. Continuous rearguard. During the battle that this unit attacked, a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, this unit gets power 5k until the end of turn. It's a 13k attacker at all times.
Not all times. If your opponent's a grade 1, it's an 8k, but that's balanced because you're swinging into an 8 to an 8.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a solid card. It's not terrible, but it's not bad. It's solid.
It's a rare for a reason.
Yeah.
It's a rare for a reason. And then we have an interesting order card that got leaked with it. Drifting Soul. It's a grade 3 order, normal order. Until the end of turn, when you would move or swap rear guards during your main phase, you can also move it within the same row. Alex, opinions?
I don't know how I feel about this card. Like, the only deck I could think you'd ever play this in is Maggie. But if you're playing this in Maggie, you have a grade 1 that does the skill bit better.
I don't know. You're the Stoicheia player, so you tell me. Unless this card's going to come very much in handy with the new Stoicheia ride line that we're going to get in Trial Deck 1.
I mean, honestly, that's the only thing I could think it'd be used for. Because otherwise, I'm like, cool, you know, you get to move things around. Zorga doesn't really care. Flagberg, there's only one card that cares, but it can already move across the rear guards in the back row. Again, Magnolia can already do it with a grade 1 with an extra skill on top of it. So the new ride line has to be able to make use of this. Otherwise, it's kind of meh.
Pretty much. All right. Last card of the least. And now, by the time we recorded this, there's probably one more card that got leaked. We missed it because we don't want to stay up that late. But, you know, we're covering next week time and all that. And all the fun stuff that either did or will drop video-wise dropped already. So look forward to that. But last card, Alex, take it away.
Equip Steel Dragon Balcon. Act rear guard cost once per turn. Counterblast 1, choose one of your vanguards, and it gets power +5 until the end of turn.
Overlord support.
Bad Overlord support.
Bad Overlord support. Give us that promo. Did we ever cover the promo?
I don't know.
Ooh. Let me see if I can find the promo. We might have one more card to review.
Well,
I know that.
while you're looking for that, yeah, the reason it's bad is because Nahalem does this for a Soul Blast and not a Counterblast, and you need your Counterblast for all your Overlord restats.
True. Plus, not to mention, I think there were a couple other cards that. I think there was a card that was like, when it's ditched, give your Vanguard power. So it's like, well, even better. Why would I CB?
Exactly.
Yeah, found it. Drag Ritter Harub. It's a promo, so we don't know when we're going to get it, but it has a fun ability. Continuous if this card would be discarded from your hand for the cost of the ability of your Vanguard with Overlord in its card name, you may count this card as 2 cards. That effect alone is already worth playing it, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's already a +1 with the end.
But then you got auto when this card is discarded from your hand for the cost of the ability of your Vanguard with Overlord in its card name. You may call this card 2 back row rear guard. If you call, this unit gets power 5k until the end of fucking turn. Why, Bashi?
Because, you know, not only do you want to make it a +1 to your hand when you drive check with Overlord, because Overlord the nation.
Overlord the nation.
But whenever you restand, you need more power, so let's give it a free booster.
I know it's an amazing promo. Don't get me wrong. This is going to change how the Overlord plays, because now, instead of being net with both Overlords, you're actually going to be plussing with the drive checks because of this card. Not to mention, it's also 13k booster to whatever Nahalem or Burnout you might have in the front row.
So that reminds me, by the way, thank you.
What I remind you of.
So this promo is pretty good. We're supposed to be getting new shop packs that have new promos for each of the Craycross epic in it.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one order.
Bushy Road, listen to me now. Listen to me good.
Uh-oh.
Do not do what you did with V promos. I'm watching you. because this is pretty good. And if I have to go through this nightmare of having to get promos to make my decks good again, I'm going to be mad.
All right. What that promo being covered, that has been it for the leaks for this week, except for that one card that probably dropped at the day of this recording. Whatever, if it's that good, we'll cover it first on the next feed time.
Yes.
But we're gonna jump into the news segment because there is some interesting stuff to talk about regarding set 6 and 7. But before that, if you're interested in picking up any of the cards we just mentioned, go check out Triple Sleeve TCG.
We got great deals on singles, clan splits, and even cases, so go check out the website.
Link will be in the description. Anyway, boost set 6 and 7 are game changers because we're getting new ride lines, new effects, new shit all over the place. We've seen Revolt Dress, we've seen Dredjul, what he does. But did you know that... I'm just going to pop the graphic up. We already know Youthberg's going to get an alternate form in 7. And we know that, the Stakea girl is going to get an alternate form in 7. But with this graphic, we've seen a couple other things. One, Titvana is a grade 3.
Yes.
Dredjul is getting an upgraded form in set 7. And there's a new... Yeah. Go for it.
There's a new contender in here for Brightgate.
Uh-huh.
It's not a robot.
Uh-huh. You, Chris, you, David, everybody. Yes, it's not a robot. I am so sorry. We'll try again next time. Anyway, this new guy, according to this new graphic, is going to be played by this dude in the anime. Who he is, we don't know yet. We had that infographic, but this will be the new Brightgate ride line inside of Boost Set 7. And like all Brightgate ride lines, this will be a revolving around set orders. And as you can see, the set orders for this one are going to be grade 3.
It looks like a flying fortress.
Blitz Industries CEO, which is the guy, a problem child who has high ideals, is selfish, and acts without regard to budget, deadlines, and legal provisions, causing trouble. If you order, we will make anything from a Neil to a fortress. So we have CEO in Vanguard now.
You see what I mean now, what I was talking about earlier. The description is basically he's just this young kid with a lot of money, and it's like, you give us the money, we will build you the robots. So I'm thinking that he's just going to be the center, and you're just going to have all these robots.
Which is going to please all the people that want robots, which will be a very interesting mechanic, and I definitely want to play it. I'm thinking this is going to be a very cost-heavy deck, because it's going to be like throw money or throw costs, and then just make shit.
It's Batman without Batman.
It's arrogant. Yeah, you're right. But
I have all this money. Make me the things so I can do the things.
With the point out, like, I'm actually a little bit scared with this, because with the graphic that we showed the first time, we see 5 nations and 4 of them are new ride lines, which makes me think that the new Nirvana might be a new ride line in itself as well.
And because of the hints of Hexa Orb, there might be a new ride line there. Or a new grade 3 at least.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, thinking about it from a side point, it makes sense.
Yes.
Because they gave Orphis and Zorga their new grade 3s already. So all they have to do is just give them the minimal support in this set, so they don't have to sacrifice triple rare slots for it. Because they're planning on giving everybody new grade 3s.
Yes, new grade 3s, but not new ride lines.
Right.
So
but we don't know. We don't know if the Nirvana's a new ride line.
We don't know if Hexorb's a new ride line.
You right.
I'm scared, but also excited, because this is basically the way it's going in my head right now. If it's new ride lines, I'm actually scared or excited, because it's like they're either going to mess it up or it's going to be fresh and needed and interesting, but I don't know which yet. And if we don't get new ride lines, I'm okay with it.
But at the same time, thinking about it now, I feel like we would have seen new ride lines for his Orphis and Zorga in the festival collection, right? Because it'd be awkward having new ride lines in the booster.
Yes, and it's not awkward enough the fact that five of the five decks in the game have grade 4s, and then Zorga and Orphis come in with their alternate grade 3s that don't count as Persona Rides for their old grade 3s, and then we get trial deck cards that do count as Persona Rides for their same grade 3s.
I feel like this is Bushy Road's way of saying, without saying it out there, like grade 4s was a mistake. We're not making more grade 4s.
No, I feel like I honestly feel this, and I hope I'm wrong. I feel like Orphis and Zorga were testing grounds for all this.
Yeah,
like
it was.
Festival Collection. Let's throw in Orphis and Zorga and see how they do. If this works. Oh, it doesn't work. Let's actually fix something. I feel like this was the testing phase. It was Festival Collection, and our booster says like, okay, send it.
Here's what I will say. I hope that the Nirvana is a card that jump rides in some fashion and not replacing the red line. And the reason I say that...
I figured it out.
Oh, no.
What is the one clause that both Youthberg and Dredjewel have?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they count as the version of themselves on the original.
Nirvana's going to do the same thing.
But here's the thing, though.
Look at the art that's in front of you. I'm gonna put it up on the feed on the video one more time for everybody out.
Yeah.
3 of these. Okay, 2 of these are confirmed to have that effect. The third one is very highly likely to have the same effect.
Yes.
The only one that doesn't have the effect in these 5, or the only 2, are Nirvana because we don't know, and the new Brentgate ride line because he's a fresh new ride line and doesn't have a trial deck. But who knows? Maybe they throw in 2 versions of him in the set.
So here's my thing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you're right for one reason, and because if it does replace, well there's a good reason you are right. There's a good reason you're right, because in the preview we saw for season 2 or 3, I guess technically, he's using OG Nirvana.
Right.
So why would he still be using OG Nirvana if there's this newer Nirvana he's going to go into anyways? You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
But the reason I said I'm upset that this is a grade 3 is because technically there's a thing I told you and Shane about a while back with playing red Zorga and blue Zorga inside of Springfest on the team.
Oh. Because
they're 2 different ones. Technically now they can play 2 different Nirvanas in the same team.
You're not wrong. Until we see Youthberg and the new ride line and Red Jewel and all that and their effects, we don't know what, how they're going to work or how it's going to work. Or you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like if they're even worth being the main unit in the ride line.
Yeah. Because who knows, maybe they might be really hard locked on their effect or having that in the OG in the soul or something.
Which kind of retract my statement a little bit and fix it. The trial deck versions have the ability to be wrote upon by a different name. This one would need to have a different ability where when you would ride on OG Nirvana, it counts it.
It needs to have like a pseudo descending clause.
Exactly. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're barely started the leaks. Next week. Oh yeah, next week. Next week's Tuesday stream will be we'll have the voice actor for the girl that plays the Stoicheia trial deck on the show, which means they're going to show the Stoicheia trial deck and what it does.
Yep.
They're also going to be covering animes for the first episode in the anime that drops on Monday. If you want to also watch it, it's going to air 30 minutes before the Tuesday stream as well. So you have 2 chances to watch it. Or
man, it's gonna be fun. I get to watch it on the road all the way to Virginia.
Oh no! Oh shit! Revealing DSR illustrations for Booster Set 6 that were drawn by the Clamp Sensei.
Oh. So you're going to get to see a DSR of Youthberg.
Booster Set 6. So it could be Nirvana, could be Youthberg, could be The Stoichea one could be, one of the three.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a very interesting Tuesday stream.
Mm-hmm.
And the next Thursday stream is going to reveal 3 cards for the Stoichea trial deck, which is part for the course of what they've been doing so far.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, I think we're going to end this episode here. I think we might actually end it on the 30-minute mark perfectly.
Yay.
Unless, Alex, you got anything else you want to add?
No. I'm good.
There we go. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching another episode of V-Time, episode 135. If you liked the video, please hit a like. Share it with your friends. Comment down below what you think the Stoichea ride line is going to do. Or if you think Nirvana is going to be able to Persona ride on the original. Other than that, if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to get notified. Maybe follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, join our Discord, or watch us on Twitch. But with that, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Woo! All right. As long as I'm not frozen this time, we're all good. Good? Good.
I hope you didn't just choke off gun yourself.
I'm pretty sure I did.